Safe have entered.
Let's go to nice place. Take me there.
Knowing how we have agencies in this country?
It's not so much an agency as a kind of stay-behind movement. A last line of defense, if you will. No hierarchy, and you'll answer directly to the president.
And I'll get to do whatever I want.
Whatever is needed, Ms. Kelso. Should you be activated, you'll be given extraordinary judicial powers to...
Extraordinary judicial powers, huh? Alright, sign me up.
I'll get the paperwork started. Selection is 6 weeks from now. Good luck.
The city hospitals are filled to capacity and are urging people to stay home unless it's an absolute emergency. The White House has announced that President Waller will address the nation tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There it is, Mr. Snuffles. Think you can manage without me? Might even do you some good, you fat, useless furball, you.
What now?
A broad-spectrum antiviral. Think of antibiotics except for viruses instead of bacteria.
And it's in D.C.
Some was sent here, but it's not guaranteed it actually arrived.
It all sounds a bit shaky, Kelso. There's a lot to do.
None of which means a goddamn thing if we end up with another big outbreak. Look, I'm not saying this is all that matters, but imagine what happens if the wrong people get their hands on a fucking miracle cure.
All right, I'm convinced. Just find a balance. Keep it together, Miller. I don't even know what we're doing anymore. Fight? Killing and dying? For what? This country is a bust, man. Hell, the world's a bust. It's over. We lost. So what are you gonna do? I'm going back west. Going home. You're leaving. That's desertion. So shoot me. Here, I can't take these. Give them to someone who still thinks there's something worth saving. And tell the others, nah, don't bother. So long, compadre.
Why didn't you tell us? Honey, I'm so sorry. No, you're not.
Ellie, don't say something you'll regret.
She doesn't care about you either, Dad. She doesn't care about any of us.
She'll be all right.
Yeah. I just...
Look, you do what you have to do, then come back to us.
I will. I promise. Tell Ellie I love her. And that
She knows.
Sir, ma'am, I'm sorry, but we gotta go. I love you.
I love you too. This is what we want. There's none better now that we lost Kieran.
I'm sure there are. They're just not willing. Can't say I am either.
You've led troops in battle. This can't be that different.
It's a world of difference, Thomas. War is about killing. This is about living. I know how to set up an ambush or call in an airstrike, but I know nothing about farming and power generation and what have you.
Others do. But we need someone to keep us together, Odessa. Keep us focused.
Oh. Don't give me that look.
What look?
That we're lost without you look.
So you'll do it?
Yeah. Damn you. I guess I will.
Priority message. To all active duty agents. The individual responsible for the creation and release of the smallpox variola chimera virus, also known as the dollar flu or the green poison, has been identified as Dr. Gordon Amherst. Amherst's body has been found and identified. Post-mortem shows that he died of his own disease. End message.
So what's our situation? Give it to me straight. I don't want any of this mamby-pamby bullshit people have been feeding me about what's going on.
Mr. President, it's bad. Whoever planned this timed it perfectly. We've already got outbreaks in 22 cities domestically and 14 internationally, and the reports are still coming in.
Do we have any idea who's responsible? Or is this a natural outbreak?
Negative on that, sir. DCD has just confirmed the pathogen is a smallpox variant. There's no way that got loose where it did, when it did, without some help.
So who was it? Moscow? Beijing?
They've got problems of their own, sir. The truth is we don't know. We just don't know.
Are you sure you want to do this? The optics are going to be terrible. With all due respect, Mr. Mendez, screw the optics. Manhattan's in a crisis state, and this is the one club I've got left in my bag. Hell if I'm not going to take a swing.
Agreed. Hopefully, this will only be needed for a short time, and we can deal with the fallout once the crisis is past.
And if it's not over quickly, what do we do then? Then you better learn some useful skills, because if this thing drags on, the damn optics will be the least of our worries. Carlos, thank you for taking my call. I understand you've got your hands full too. No, I understand. Not the time for pleasantries. No, we're no closer to finding a cure. Look, if we had anything, we'd be sharing it. This is bigger than borders. But these rumors of a broad-spectrum antiviral are just that. Rumors. Now, let's talk about this proposal of yours to shut down the border crossings in El Paso. I know you've got a lot of people headed south from there right now that you can't afford to take care of. Believe me, we don't want to outsource our problems to you.
What we've got on the table is a possible solution.
What we've got is a possible disaster. We haven't done nearly enough field testing on your solution. We don't even know if it's toxic, for God's sake.
What we do know is that people are dying, and this stuff kills the green poison. How many deaths do you want on your hands because we waited for tests to come back to tell us what we already knew?
Fine, you've got my authorization. But God help us if you screw this up.
We start spraying in 2 days. In the meantime, you can announce a new program designed to stop the spread of green poison and look like a hero. And when this is all over, I'll say, I told you so.
I hope to God you get the chance.
Have you heard?
Heard what?
About Waller.
No. What's the latest? Has he decided Russia's responsible after all?
No, he's dead.
Tell me you're lying.
I swear, I'm not. A heart attack got him an hour ago. They couldn't revive him.
Shit. That means that Mendez is in charge.
Is that all you can say at a time like this?
It's all I can afford to say.
The bug out is set for tomorrow at noon.
I still don't feel right about it, Senator. We should be staying here and...
And doing what? Getting sick? Dying? We need to keep the government of this country intact so we can get through this crisis. And that means getting the hell out of Dodge for the duration.
President Mendez is going to need help.
What Mendez needs, you can't give him. Now start packing. Once that caravan rolls out, it's not stopping until we get to Raven Rock.
Agent requesting backup.
I swear, Ellis, you ever get the feeling that there's something funny going on?
There's nothing funny about this situation, Mr. President.
Knock it off. You know what I mean.
I'm not sure that I do.
It's just all of this feels harder than it should. Like there's something pushing back against everything we're doing.
You sit in the big office. There's always going to be people pushing back reflexively on anything you do. You know I've got your back, and so does the country. So, worry less about the hypothetical crises, and let's deal with the real one we've got facing us right now.
The situation's that bad?
It's worse. We should have done this a week ago, but Mendez wanted to put on a brave face for the public.
He's not going, is he?
No, he's not. But we're getting what's left of the Senate, Congress, and Cabinet out of town. The Pentagon has already moved their people.
Pentagon's always ahead of the curve. So what's the plan for White House staff?
I'm sorry. You're considered non-essential personnel. They're not pulling you out.
I see. Well, I guess I better get back to work then. There's gotta be something inessential around here for me to be doing. Joint Base Andrews, this is Air Force One on approach. Do you copy?
We read you loud and clear. Welcome home. I've got you on a bearing of 100 at 60 Angels, over.
Sounds about right. Gonna alter course to the southeast, heading 150, then come around and Parker.
Sounds good. It'll be good to... Wait a minute, what's that?
Andrews, what are you reading?
We've got a SAM. Evade. Evade.
Copy that. I see it. Initiating evasive maneuvers. Shit, we're not gonna make it!
Air Force One? Air Force One.
Mayday, mayday! This is Air Force One. We have a missile impact and are going down. Repeat, we are going down. We are...
Manny?
Hey, Mom.
Where are you? Are you okay? Have you talked to your brother?
Slow down, Mom. I'm okay. We're shipping out tomorrow. They haven't told us where yet.
You're not in New York, are you? They say it's really bad over there.
No, I'm not in New York, Mom. Look, did you stock up on fresh water like I told you?
I have 20 gallons. Carlo helped me. He's a good neighbor.
Good, good. And food?
And food. Look, Manny, I understand that things are much worse than they're saying on the news, but... Ortega! Mount up! We're going!
Crap. I gotta go, Mom. I'll call you again when I get there, okay? Look after yourself.
I will. Stay safe, Manny. Besos.
Besos, Mom.
You Ortega, the comms guy?
That's me, sir. What do you want me?
Yeah, I'm gonna send you to the White House. You've been assigned to the SHD.
The division, sir. Aren't they running their own comms?
Yeah, they've taken a beating and need all the help they can get. As do we all.
Is it that bad, sir?
Yeah, you don't know the half of it, son. I got a clusterfuck of a botched quarantine to clean up and a full-bird colonel to arrest. President Mendez seems incapable of deciding what fucking socks to wear every morning, let alone what to do about our country falling apart. And in the meantime, the streets are burning. But we'll manage. Somehow. You can hitch a ride with Lawrenson over there. Now get going.
Sir.
Give it to me straight, Manny.
It's bad, Major. A new faction has formed around Colonel Ridgway. Mostly guys that were under his command before he got arrested. They call themselves the True Sons.
Great. What else?
We're doing our best to protect the civilian settlements, but I can't see how we'll manage unless we're reinforced.
I'm working on it, but everybody's been hit hard by disease and desertions, and we can't just ignore border security and vital installations.
Understood, Major. It's a shit sandwich.
It's worse than that. It's a whole buffet of shit, but the stakes are too high to get finicky.
Where are we headed?
Georgetown. They want us to check on the Sarah post. Apparently there's been some trouble.
Some trouble?
That's what the Major said. I asked for specifics, but she didn't have any.
I'm telling you, man. Somebody better step up and get organized, or we'll be sitting here with our dicks in our hands while the city falls apart.
Did you hear about the riots in Bloomingdale?
I've been trying to catch up on my sleep.
15 confirmed dead. God knows how many wounded. Bunch of stores looted.
It's even worse in New York. I heard they quarantined all of Manhattan. That's crazy.
At least they're doing something.
Well, the National Guard's been called up. Should help some.
Yeah, that's all we need. Weekend warriors handling riots with machine guns.
Where are you taking her? Roosevelt Island quarantine zone, sir. But she's not sick. She's showing signs of infection, sir. Then we should all go.
Mom!
No, don't worry, Amy. Daddy will look after you.
Step back, sir. You're not infected. But you can't do this. We have rights. I said step back. Or what, you asshole? You're gonna shoot me?
Jim, don't!
Listen to your wife, man. Don't be stupid. Fuck you! Come on, Amy. We'll see Mommy again soon.
Serious trauma detected. Agent vital signs 0. Friendly control point nearby.
All right, people, let's get this started. Wilson, give us the latest.
Yes, sir. At 1500 hours today, we sent a squad to investigate the situation on Roosevelt Island and deliver supplies. They were fired upon as they approached the shore.
Any casualties?
All hands.
Goddamn. We're not in contact with anyone on the island.
Not since the riots, sir.
That whole quarantine was a bad call.
Now, the question is, what do we do now? Any ideas?
There's clearly a hostile element on the island. We have to assume they're in control of the situation. I say we set up river patrols to keep them isolated. We can afford to wait them out.
Agreed. Get it done.
Sir, there's one more thing.
What?
Ridgway, sir. Some of the men are saying he and the others were put in the stockade on false charges.
That's horseshit.
Just thought you should know, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Wilson. Dismissed?
Hey, did you hear about Mendez?
Mm-hmm. I know he's dead.
He killed himself.
Sure.
Ate a fucking bullet.
Whoa.
Yeah, I almost feel sorry for the guy. Stress must have gotten to him. Imagine all that responsibility.
Well, he kind of botched the job, if you ask me.
Well, true. Do you even have a president now?
I guess Ellis is it.
Who's Ellis?
Andrew Ellis. Speaker of the House next in line.
I could never work that shit out.
New wave of agents just strolled in. Hell of a way to make an entrance. Chopper got shot down in Brooklyn, then they got mixed up in that Lincoln Tunnel mess. One of them did, anyway. Fei Lao's gonna need some recovery time at the base of operations before she's field ready. The other one looks fine. And see how long it is before the city chews them up and spits them out. Well, I'm not going to say that things are good, because they ain't, but they're a bit better than they were. Doc Candell is holding down the medical end of things, which is good, and Rhodes is up to whatever crazy shit he does with the systems, and meanwhile Lau and her friend are doing their best to clean up this mess. It's a big effort. It's going to take all of us, and a whole lot more besides, but for the first time in a long time, I think we got a shot. So those nut jobs in the hazmat suits who call themselves the cleaners, they had themselves a nasty shock the other day when we took out their boss, Joe Farrow. We were hoping they'd just sort of fall apart after that, but no such luck. They just sort of regrouped, each of them determined to carry on that lunatic Farrow's philosophy. Even worse, once he started running low on ingredients for napalm, they got creative with their chemistry set. So there's less of them and they're less organized. But your average cleaner, he's more dangerous than ever. You cut the head off a snake, you get a headless snake. Or in the case of the Last Man Battalion, you get a lot of soldier types wandering around without a real direction. They've still got officers and they've still got some kind of discipline, but without bliss, you can tell the light's kind of gone out in their eyes. They're not fighting to take over the island anymore. They're fighting to survive.
Where have you been? You ditching meetings now?
I was summoned by Waller.
What the hell for?
I don't know. It was strange. I think he'd been drinking.
Waller?
Yeah. I've never seen him like that. Rambling on and on about his legacy before green poison came along.
Nostalgic for the good old days, when America wasn't collapsing around him.
I guess. He kept telling me that Mendez means well and needs allies. The implication being that I should be nicer to him.
Yeah, we'd all be nicer to him if he was less of a dipshit.
I wonder if Waller is thinking of resigning.
Oh, God help us if he does. I guess you haven't heard about Mendez.
Who is this Mendez you speak of? Sounds like a real moron.
Not anymore.
Oh, he's resigning?
He's dead. He offed himself, apparently.
Mendez?
Yeah, no shit. Uncharacteristic of him to actually follow through on something, but now it's all gonna be on you. Hope you're ready for it.
Listen, Sarah, do you have a moment?
Of course.
I wanted to personally let you know that I'm leaving for D.C. in a couple of hours.
Isn't that risky?
I've been assured I'll be quite safe.
When are you back?
Hard to say.
Wow.
Yeah, but I'm thinking of putting you in charge of things here, if you think you're up for it.
Wow. Of course.
Good. That's good. In that case, I'll need to go over some things with you, one-on-one.
Sure. Okay.
It's hard to guarantee privacy in my office.
We can use my quarters.
Good idea.
What's the status on those fortifications? You almost done?
Not even close. It's taking forever. These fuckers are useless.
Maybe you're not properly motivating them.
I tried everything I could think of, short of murdering them all.
We captured some guys the other day that seemed pretty fit. I'll have Carlos bring them over.
Good to hear. How many?
Half a dozen. 4 men, 2 women.
That ought to make a difference. Maybe get us back on track.
Do yourself a favor. Pick your weakest worker and make an example out of him for the others.
Understood.
We got 8 casualties, sir. 3 KIA, 2 expected.
Now, tell me what happened, son.
Fucking outcast came running in, screaming. We lit him up, but he was too close. He just exploded.
You did well. You did all you could.
What the fuck is wrong with those people?
Don't you worry. We'll make it right. We'll wipe them off the face of the earth.
General, there's a woman here. Says she's a representative of the theater settlement. Wants to speak with you.
What about?
She wants to negotiate.
Negotiate? Why would we want to negotiate with those people?
Stand by, sir. I'll ask her. Sir, she thinks a truce could be mutually beneficial.
Shoot her, Lieutenant.
Sir?
Shoot her and dump her body where those cowards will find it. And if anybody else comes to negotiate, shoot them too. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Hold still. There you go. Better already.
What's his prognosis?
Colonel Ridgway, not good, sir. He took a bullet. We've tried penicillin, but his wound has festered. I thought morphine might ease his pain.
How's our supply cache?
Truthfully, sir, we're running low.
And not just in supplies, but manpower too. We've got civilians piling up outside the doors. Under these conditions, it's difficult to separate the infected from the healthy. The doctor's expecting a new shipment this afternoon, but it almost certainly won't be enough for everybody.
Pack all this up and move it out to the barracks.
But sir, we can't just...
Are you questioning my orders, Trooper? Well?
No, sir. Right away, sir. What about the patient?
Put him back where you found him. He's a dead man anyway.
This court determines that you, Colonel Antoine Ridgway, have been found guilty of violating the Uniform Code of Military Justice for the crimes of unlawful detention, failure to obey an order or regulation, and murder. You will therefore be stripped of all ranks and titles pertaining to your service in the armed forces and detained until further notice. Mr. Ridgway, would you like to make a final statement? Very well.
General, do you know anything about these mortar rounds they're asking us to ship over to the plaza?
I do. Make sure they get what they need.
Can I ask what they're planning to do with them?
Why? Is something troubling you?
I just don't understand what we're doing there. Doesn't seem like there's anything of importance in the area.
Well, we have problems to solve. And to do that, we have to be open-minded about how to solve them.
Understood, General. The castle is Sergeant Snow's territory, General Ridgway.
Mike Snow, Captain Wilson. He's a deserter. We don't address traitors by rank.
Sorry, sir. Word has it he's operating an open-door policy.
He was always weak.
They've got refugees crowding in by the hour. The worst this city has to offer. Nothing but degenerates and backstabbers.
Then what good are they? That place will become a breeding ground for the virus. We must tackle the problem at the source. It's time to start cleaning up this city. Let's see how this DC-62 of yours holds up. We've underestimated the division for far too long.
They've hit us hard, sir. But we've still got the numbers.
Numbers don't guarantee victory. We need to change our strategy.
We could buoy up our defenses. The hyenas and outcasts won't last long with the division around. If we had less to contend with, perhaps...
That's out of the question. We are not scavengers, we are true sons. We will not hole up in the garrison like a bunch of cowards. We must launch an offensive while we have the chance.
I advise caution, General Ridgway. We could lose a lot of good soldiers.
This is a war, Sergeant. We either lose soldiers or we lose control. Mr. Williams.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
What a lovely place you have here. Even through all these troubles, you still manage to keep it quaint. I like that.
Thank you, sir.
You know, a home says a lot about a person's character. You know what your home tells me about you?
No, sir.
It says you're assiduous and orderly. Perhaps a little too much. But you're certainly responsible. Must be nice to live in peace and quiet. Unfortunately for us, there's a price for defending communities such as this. But at least you are keeping out of harm's way.
General,
Before we came here, we ran into a neighbor of yours. He didn't seem to appreciate the good work we do around here. Now, I couldn't accept that, not after all my men have been through. But I don't think we're gonna have the same problem. Like I said, a house tells you a lot about a person. I can see that you're compassionate, generous.
Please, just take what you want.
That really is mighty kind, Mr. Williams. People like you are making a real difference. It's inspiring. We'll be back in a week. I trust you'll have more for us then.
Incoming backup request.
This is it. This is it. Check it out.
It's a roof. What about it? It's easy to defend, that's what. Indeed it is. And we're close to the FBI, too. The JTF is a pretty strong presence here. What? Are you saying we should stay here?
Best option yet.
What about water, electricity?
We'll start collecting rainwater in those barrels over there, after we clean them. And I'll ask Mika if it's possible to get some power up here.
See? I told you it was a good spot. And we can set up our own plays downstairs. Did you see that stage? Alright, whatever. Should I go tell the others? Please do. Tell them we found a new home.
Detected. From the control point in proximity.
No. Keep your elbow tucked. You'll be a smaller target that way. And lean into the stance a little.
Don't grab the barrel all the way out like that.
No, that's fine. Good for stability. But your arm would tire quickly.
So, like this?
You should pull your shoulder back.
Stop. Just stop. What's your name?
Peter.
Okay, Peter. This is how it's gonna be. If you interrupt me again, I'll throw you off this roof. And if you pollute anyone here with your advice, I'll throw you off the roof. Is that clear enough for you?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Now, that there is the bolt catch. When the magazine is empty... Where'd you take him? Is he still alive?
What's that? All I hear is some bitch that keeps yapping.
This is the situation, hun. I can hear your teeth grinding from across the room. About an hour from now, you'll be pissing yourself while pleading with me for a fix.
Fuck off.
We can wait until then. Or you can answer my questions and I'll give you what you need before you start embarrassing yourself. All right. Let me know if you change your mind.
Wait. Damn you. Wait. We gave him to the council. I'm pretty sure they'll kill him.
Fuck. Good dog. Here. I see you hanging out with Peter a lot these days.
So what?
He's bad news is what?
Bad news? God, do you have to be so old school? It's embarrassing.
I know you two are sneaking out at night.
So what if we are? You can't lock me in here.
I just want you to appreciate the risks you're taking.
Well, I got some bad news for you, Mom. It's the fucking apocalypse, okay? Being alive is a risk. We're just trying to have some fun in this hellhole.
Those hyenas might seem like fun to you now, but they'll turn on you in a second if they can gain anything from it.
Look, Peter knows them, okay? They won't hurt us.
No, Ellie. Don't do that. Don't trust them. They don't care about anything but themselves. Please remember that, if nothing else.
Okay, Mom.
You gotta lay off that crap, Peter. Look around you, for God's sake.
I am. Do you know what I see?
What?
Nothing. Endless days of nothing. It's all gone. We think we can restore it, but it's gone. Maybe someone's grandkids would experience something close to what we used to have, but for you and me, buddy, fucking nothing.
And you think getting high on that shit is the answer?
No. There's no answer. We're all gonna die. Probably sooner than we think. Might as well enjoy myself a bit on the way.
Stop it, Peter. This is not you.
I didn't think so either. But I also thought I'd be dating Maya. And studying for my finals right about now.
All right. If you're set on self-destructing, I can't stop you. But I'll be around if you change your mind. It's not nothing.
It is to me. Now leave me alone. I've got some self-destructing to do.
You good? You ready? All right, man. Emmeline will know of your courage. They all will.
Remember me, man.
Always, brother.
Step back.
It should be easy.
What's your fucking problem?
Just leave, man. We don't want any trouble.
Want to see what I can do?
Guys, maybe we should just leave.
No fucking way. Look at this.
Fucking alert.
This is gonna do good.
State your name. State your name.
Jason.
Your full name.
Hausner. Jason. Hausner.
Yes. The architect of our suffering.
All I did was draft the site plans. The quarantine wasn't my idea. I was never in favor of it.
Yet you did nothing to stop it. You helped it along.
Not by choice.
Just following orders. Is that your excuse? All will have their turn.
Okay, answer this one. Would you rather know when you're going to die or how you're going to die? Come on, you have to choose one. I just want to get out of this fucking rain. Who told you to stop digging?
Safety off.
Make sure the medical items gets into the clinic, and the food goes to the storage by the mess halls.
Put those crates back on the truck.
Wait, what?
We're not wasting any more supplies on these people. Put them back, Private.
Sir.
What the hell are you doing, Colonel?
They are already dead, Doctor.
Are you insane? They need care. What about the staff?
Collateral damage. Now, take your hand off my soldier.
If you go ahead with this, I will report your what the...
Bar the gate, Sergeant. Looks like you got a riot brewing.
Lock and load!
Put it down.
We've tolerated you cockroaches for long enough. We even offered you friendship. And you spat in our fucking faces!
We've been patient. Lenient, even. Killing me won't change anything. They'll just elect a new leader. Please!
We aren't gonna kill you. No. We're gonna give you a fair chance 2 spins. 1 for each time you refused us. If you live, we'll let you go.
I'll make it up to you, I swear. Just let me go.
2 spins! Or a slow death. You choose.
Fuck!
That's all we get? I think I was only gonna load 1 round. Oh, shit, I got blood on me.
Cover me!